So let me just record and then I will upload, which is going to take a while, but that is fine. All right, another person from Connecticut. Okay. All right, let me stop this. It's okay. All right, let me now share again. So we are good. Oh. All right, so mute yourself where you are. No, I can mute everybody. So you can all have a great time today. Admit all, admit all, admit all. Welcome, 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 guys. So, all right, welcome to this masterclass today. Talking about public speaking. And as you can see, I hope you guys can see my screen. Yeah, type in the chat if you can see it. You just give me a thumb up on your device. Yes, so. All right, thank you. Yes, I like that. Yes, thank you for the thumb up that you guys can see it. Thank you, thank you. All right. All right, all right. So welcome to Masterclass. This Masterclass on public speaking. We are going to be learning about how to articulate and express yourself with confidence. With confidence. So it's going to be a great time. By the time you are living here, you're really going to grab a lot of things. So let me just mute everybody there. And you can unmute later on. I just don't want interruption. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. So welcome again, guys. So this is just a little bit about myself. This is a little bit about me. My name is Victoria. If you are meeting me for the very first time, thank you for allowing me in your space. I'm Victoria Showumi, and my background is in the medical field. I'm a registered nurse by practice. Been in the medical field for over 15 years. I am married. Married, have 3 wonderful, wonderful children. I co-pastor a local church here in Houston with my husband. Actually, last week, we celebrated our 7th year anniversary for the church, Destiny Star International Church. Also, I'm part of a Maxwell leadership program. So I'm a coach, I'm a speaker. I have gone through training with the Maxwell leadership, and I'm still an active member with the Maxwell leadership program. So I have gone through some training to be able to better myself and to be in the space where I can offer things like this to everyone. So I am glad for that opportunity. I am a Nigerian born, okay? So in case you're wondering where my accent is from, so born and raised in Nigeria, but I have been in the United States for over 18 years. Over 18 years. And by the way, Nigeria is actually a country in Africa, because I know sometimes I have to, just kind of give some people some training when they look at Africa and think Africa is just a country. And I said, no, Africa is a continent, and there are so many countries, in Africa, and Nigeria is one of them. And Nigeria is famous for a lot of things. So that's where I was born and raised, but I have been in the United States for over 18 years. And this is my information, just in case you want to want to know more about me. And one thing that is so particular about my country, I do share this sometimes with people. I said in Nigeria, there are some type of meals that when we eat, it is best enjoyed when you use your hand, all right, to eat that. Something like fufu, like amala, pounded yam, things like that is better enjoyed. And sometimes I share with people, I'm like, it's not because we don't have spoons or forks, but that is the culture. You enjoy it, you dip it in, and you just, the flavor, the whole thing, so it just brings it life. So that's something that is very unique with my country. So I know we already put in where we are from. So if you can type in something that is very unique to you, type in the chat something that is very unique to your background or to your country or to your state. I know some people here in the United States, the accent is very different. We hear some people from the South, the North, say y'all. That's when I get to Houston, I begin to speak like that. So you can put in the chat, you know, what is very particular to your culture or maybe to your family or something. So at least we can connect on that. But that is just me. So for those, my Nigerian people, I know you could really identify with that yes, a lot of fun things that we do in our country. Okay, so the agenda for today, these are the things we are gonna go through today. Yeah, some people love seafood. Awesome, awesome. All right, thank you, Shakira. Welcome from St. Louis, now in Houston. Yes, we used to live in New York and now in Houston for about 8 years, actually 8 years this month. All right, all right. Oh, you're a vegetarian as well. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Great, guys, great, great, great. All right, so the agenda today, these are the few things we are going to go through today. You know, public speaking, we can learn everything in one time, but I'm trying as much to condense this session so at least you know what to do, you know where to start, and you can take off from here, nothing holding you back. So why public speaking? We're not talking about some public speaking skills that you need to master, and then how to craft your message. You know, where do you start from? How do you craft your message? How do you prepare your speech? And we're not talking about how to engage your audience, which is main key. You don't want to lose your audience. You want to be able to carry your audience along with you. And then how do you get started? If you're ready today, of course, you can make it happen today. So before we start, I am going to pull up a poll, and then I want you to be able to just answer which one are you geared towards. Are you focusing on using the public speaking as a leverage for your career growth, or you want to use it for business growth? All right, so let me stop sharing and pull up the poll here so you guys can quickly answer that and we move on. All right. So the poll is up right now. So which one do you want to focus more on? Do you want to use public speaking to leverage your career? Or do you want to use public speaking to leverage, to increase, to grow your business, whichever one is applied to you? So are you more of a career person and you want to use public speaking to help, you know, to accelerate your path to management, to leadership, to make you stand out, or just for business? For whichever one it is, whichever thing you need public speaking, all right? So we have a few more people, a few more. I'm gonna give like a few more seconds so that everyone could be able to participate. So you just click on it, whichever one. Oh, this is good. So we are at 50-50 here. Awesome, awesome. So we are at 50-50. All right, that is a good one. That is a good one, guys. So I'm gonna end the poll now. So awesome. Awesome, that is fantastic. All right, so you guys can see the result there. So 50-50. So that means it's gonna be a great time. All right, okay, so let's go back to what we were doing before. All right, so I'm glad we are all on the same page, pretty much. Pretty much. Okay. All right. Where is my screen? back to it. So we have done this, exciting at least 50-50. So let me put this up again so I'll be able to see that. All right, so why public speaking? Thank you. I know some people typed it in here for business growth. Awesome. So why public speaking? You know, like I shared earlier on, my background is in the medical field. I'm a registered nurse, so I'm in the medical field. And I remember there was a time, a few years back, I worked with a very big company, big organization. Actually, it's an oncology hospital, and we are #1 in the world. We are #1 people coming from different part of the country and coming to our facility for cancer treatment. So a few years ago, we transitioned from using paper trail, you know, everything transitioning to electronic medical record. And you can see these days, things have changed. A lot of IT people now, because everything is going technology. So we transitioned to electronic health record, you know, keeping all of the patient information electronically. So we invited a group, we launched this program, EPIC program, and it took us a whole year. We have people on site, teaching us, training us, and everything to be able to master and be able to use it and transition effectively. So during the course of the process, my associate director asked at one of the staff meetings, and she was like, well, we need few people that that can be trained, and so they can become trainer, so that when we have new employees, new staff into the department, these people can be able to work with them one-on-one and go through the rope of this system with them, the software, that they're able to master it. So, and I think she said they're probably looking for about 3 people, just few people. So I said, oh, that is great. So at the end of the meeting, I went to her office and I said, oh, ma'am, I'm really pretty much interested in this opportunity to be able to, you know, get better at this and be able to, you know, work with new staff as they come on. And then she was like, oh, Victoria, you can do speaking? I was like, no. And that was probably about 2017, 2018. And I have been into John Maxwell. I have learned John Maxwell, and I have spoken at few places at a time, but the look on her face, the way she looked, the way she talked, she just, I mean, kind of like, no, Victoria, you can do this. I mean, I was so really, me that was excited before going into the office. By the time I left the office, I was so kind of like down. I was like, oh my God, because all of the things she said, I was just like, no, what? It doesn't worth it. Well, you know, they always say that success is the best revenge. And I believe that success is the best revenge. And in my department, we are probably about 80 to 90 people, 90 staff in my department. So there I was like, you know what? I mean, where I like, it is an opportunity to work on myself. You said I can do this. She gave so many flimsy excuses at me. I was like, all right. But the following year, I submitted for an outside speaking opportunity to 2 national conferences here in the United States. I submitted, there was a call for speaker, and I look at the requirement, I look at the topic. Actually, I chose the topic that I want to speak on. These are people, these are fellow nurses. So I chose the topic that I could relate with, and I do the abstract and everything, and I send it over to them. And 2 of the conferences, both of them accepted my proposal, and there I was given the opportunity to speak these 2 national conferences. I was like, wow, I was surprised. So I liaised with, we have another department in my organization that work with, if you want to go public speaking on behalf of the organization, you know, to make sure all of your asset and everything aligns, you know, with what they have. So they review my information, they make sure I did everything, you know, correctly. And I did those two speaking. By the time I did actually one of the conferences, one of my supervisors was there, and she saw me live, delivering speech. She was so excited. She took a picture of me, and when she came back, she blasted it to the whole department, like, Victoria did this. And this is something that has never been done in my department, that we have someone go out and represent us or speak on behalf of the organization. So with that, she took my picture and sent it. I didn't even know, because I wasn't at work. So she sent it to everybody. By the time I came back, I was celebrated. I have an award. They blast me to we have over 22,000 employees. So they send my information to everyone, celebrating me and all of those. So all of a sudden, me that was not known, there was not, oh, you can't do this. All of a sudden, wow, I'm on this platform. And right there, everything about my career changed. People who don't know me all of a sudden begin to know me. So I'm just sharing that to let you know that once you start speaking, nobody can pull you down anymore. And also the way it boosts your career, the way it elevates you as a person is really going to be mind-blowing, and nobody can stop that. So public speaking is vital to your success. Your speaking ability is vital. If you cannot speak, your career will really suffer and you will not grow. But the fact that you're able to speak, eloquently, whether before small gathering, a large gathering, is going to put you on a pedestal where people, cannot ignore you anymore. I'm telling you. And from that time, they asked me the following year to work with a small group of people so that they can present at national conference. So I worked with them. We submitted a proposal to speak at another national conference the following year. We got it. I trained people. Then in the department, they asked me to speak. So I'm just saying that so that you know that this can change the landscape of your career. It can change the landscape of your business if you can add public speaking to your accolades. It puts you in the spotlight. It puts you right there, and it boosts your confidence. Because now all of a sudden people are cheering you on. People are saying how your speech has inspired them, how they have been blessed through you. All of a sudden it boosts your confidence. The thing that you yourself thought you cannot do before, all of a sudden you can do it. It increases your influence. I am telling you, increases your influence. Your voice matters. Your opinion now matters. Your vote now counts. It increases your influence on a bigger scale. In 2013, there was an incident that happened in Georgia. There was a, 2013, and I think actually they made a movie out of this. There was I don't know if it was elementary school or a middle school in Georgia, DeKalb County, where a 20-year-old guy, armed with ammunition, with guns and everything, and with the aim to go in and kill. And you guys know for the past few years now, this has been one of the things in the United States that we have been battling with, mass shooting in different places, and especially in school. This guy, actually, you can Google it, because they actually invited this woman on CNN to share a story. I'm talking about how public speaking increases your influence. So this 20-year-old man, got into the school, and for every school they have people at the front desk, and then the school is behind them. And I know her saying there were like about 800 children on campus that day, not including the staff. And all of a sudden you see someone that walked in armed, suffering mental disorder, came in with the intention to kill people. He already conceived that in his mind, the arm that is going to perform this particular day. But thank God for this woman who was able to use her voice and able to de-escalate this situation, able to calm this boy down until he was apprehended. No life was lost. When you have a time, you can Google it, mass shooting incidents in Georgia. It was in 2013. So she was able to engage this guy, somebody who came to kill, who came, with a notion in his heart to do evil. But this woman, though she was under stress, I mean, you could imagine face to face with someone who is harmed, but now he is able to use her voice, very calmly, share their own personal experience, some of the challenges she went through as a divorcee, having a child with multiple disability, and able to calm this guy down. No harm was made. She was able to influence this guy right there, and the output, the outcome was such life-saving. Sometimes you won't know when your voice will be the voice that will save the lives of people. Today in the United States, we talk about Martin Luther King Jr., I have a dream, because the fact is he used his voice, that certain things don't need to continue. And because of that, today, it's been gone for so many years, but the legacy still lived on. He influenced a lot of people. He motivated a lot of people to action. He changed the landscape of things here in the United States. Public speaking can do for you a lot of things that until you start, will begin to be wow. When you are hearing testimonies from other people, when someone just say, Victoria, or they just say, Angela, you helped me. Your story really changed me. Thank God that you came and you just did this for us. And another benefit is, it provides additional source of income. All right. You may still keep your job, but on the side, you have some public speaking that you do. I did that for a while. I partnered with a lady that she does a lot of public speaking to organizations, hospitals, and different things. I partner with her and I would do a lot of speaking for her. And this is side income for you. It's something you do probably an hour, 2 hours, then you earning $500, additional 1,000, 2,000, all of those things just coming into your pocket. Or you go out now and become a great speaker. You can charge anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 with all expenses paid for. They put you in a nice hotel, nice food. The way they welcome you, all of those things, it is just, the sky is just the beginning, I would say. Right. So think about it, about public speaking, why you actually need this. Right? If you had this to your, if you add this to what you have right now, it's going to elevate you. It's going to put you up, right up there. And this is going to set you apart from other people. Right now, everywhere is so really populated. So many people doing a lot of the same thing, but public speaking can actually set you apart from other people. Probably you have been trying to get noticed in your organization. You have been trying to get the word out, but once you start public speaking, it draws attention to you. And it makes you stand out compared to other people because there is an added value, added benefit that you bring along with you. All right, so we're going to do another poll here. And this is what you want to rate your level of experience. With public speaking, you want to rate your level of experience, all right, with public speaking. So let me go, and can be, if you have no experience, that is going to be 1, no experience or minimal experience, or you are pro at public speaking. All right, so the poll number 2 is up. I hope you can see it. So just let us know where you are. I'm going to leave this up for a few seconds. And it doesn't matter where you are, the fact is you're here today. So that is the great thing. But this is just to really help. So let's see, somebody's here. All right, so we have few people with no experience. We have some with minimal experience, and then we have one person that is actually pro, which is great, So let me give like a few more seconds, and then I'm going to end the poll. So if you haven't answered the poll question, you get like 3 seconds. All right, so let me end the poll. All right, so we have 2 people without experience at all, and then we have quite some people with minimal experience, but we like to improve. And then we have somebody with who is very pro, which is awesome. I like that support, having somebody who is pro, because they can always share their experience. So to those with minimal experience, I want you to share how, with the minimum, if you have spoken somewhere before, I want you to share in the chat box how that has helped you, just in a little bit, if it's okay. And those who are pro as well, please share how public speaking has helped you. Put it in the chat box. I'm going to wait a minute on that, and I will read it out loud for everyone to see. Or if you know someone who is pro at public speaking and you know how they started, and then you can tell what, like, wow, this person, he has really blown them up. He has really helped them, or he has really helped you on a very small scale. It doesn't matter. Feel free to share. Thank you, Anasuke, minimal experience. Thank you. Let me stop sharing this. Speaking at a church and Bible study, yes. I mean, God wants to use our voice. God wants to use you. And it doesn't matter where you are starting from. It may be at a Sunday school, or you may be a children teacher in your church. But the thing is, once you are able to, that's a place to start, but you want to get better on how to connect with them, how these people you're speaking with understand you, how you understand them, how they take the information you are providing, and how they're able to apply it, to their lives. Awesome, awesome. Thank you guys for that. Awesome, awesome. All right, so this is the second thing on our agenda today, some of the public speaking skills that you need to start with. I mean, it's not ending here, but these are some skills that you need to, start putting together to really help you to launch or start. Number 1, the first and foremost is confidence. I mean, when we talk about confidence, it doesn't mean that you're going to get there the same day, that you're going to arrive in one day, but it is a process that once you just start, it boosts you. And the confidence is because you can imagine if you're part of an organization, depending, not so many people want to be like, I want to raise my hand to speak. No, but once you can just sum up that courage, I mean, it may just be as a ounce, just an ounce of confidence, like the Bible says, if you can have faith like that of a mustard seed, that is enough to get you started. If you can have that little ounce of confidence, that's one of the things you need to get started, because sometimes it can be doubting, seeing that, oh my God, I'm gonna stand before people, all eyes are gonna be on me, the light and everything, but just a little bit of confidence, and that will help you. Somebody put in here, I have no experience at all, but anytime I want to speak, my mind goes blank on me. Well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. So confidence, I mean, it's just like you closing your eyes and be like, this is what I want to do. And with a little bit of confidence, you get started. Because over time, you want to be comfortable being in front of people to be able to do that. I do, being part of John Maxwell, we do actually have a program that we call the Maxwell leadership personality indicator. With this indicator, when people take it, it kind of let them know where they are and actually how they can improve. So usually I recommend that to people that take this, and then from what your assessment report says, we can actually work on that to get you to where you need to be. But one thing to start is confidence. Confidence, and it's not built, the same Rome is not built in one day, but over time. And once you get started with one thing, before you know it, the second speaking you do, the third speaking you do, the fourth one, you become pro. You don't even think about it again. I remember one time I went to do a presentation at a hospital, and I've been told, we've said to them, we're going to use a PowerPoint slide and all of those things, so that we need all this AV equipment. Well, I got there, I don't know, something happened. The person that's supposed to hook up things had challenging with it, and it was taking quite some time. So I just say, you know what, let's forget it. If we can project things, of course. I can speak in front of people. I don't, it's not just about just the slide. And that comes with confidence. You can see, like, if what you've totally dependent upon, all of a sudden it's not there, wow, you can go blank. You can be like, no one, let's reschedule this. But the crew they were surprised. The lady that invited us, she was like, wow, Victoria, you said you're good to do this? I'm like, of course, this is my message. I know what is in the slide. The slide is just to, help you guys to follow what I'm doing and things like that. I am good. Right? It comes with confidence. So that's one of the things, and confidence is something you build upon over and over again. Number two is having the skill to prepare, to organize the flow of your work, your sequencing, different things that, different components come into public speaking, because, people learn different ways. Some people learn just by hearing your voice. They don't even need to see you, just hearing the voice. They learn, auditory learn. And then we have people who are really virtual. That means you have to be able to use your hand, demonstrate and things like that. That is how some people learn, right? And then we have some people like touch and feel and all of those things. So in your speaking, you want to be able to incorporate different things, so that it doesn't matter if someone is just an auditory learner or someone that is visual or kinetic, that everybody can grasp what you are saying. That means your intonation, your body language, your hand gesture, like all of those things come into alignment. I know with public speaking, there are times that you raise your voice, that your pitch go a little bit high, and then there are times that your pitch comes down low. If you have seen some movies, you can see when things drastic is about to happen, the music, the background music changes, and you can tell, okay, is it going to be horror? Is it going to be something celebratory? They have different components. So that's something that if just listening to it and looking at the vibration of the sound, following the pitch, you can tell what is going on. But those are the things that come, with you practicing your speaking. Another thing that you want to master is the ability to engage your audience. You don't want your people to be sleeping on you while you are giving your speech, right? You don't want anyone sleeping on you, and you don't want to lose anyone in between. You want them to be able to follow you through your message. And the last but not the least here is the ability to tell story. You must be a great narrator of story. You must be great, though, and this is thing that we have to practice over and over and over again, because with public speaking, we use a lot of storytelling. We do a lot of storytelling. For those who are Christians like myself here, we see in the days of Jesus, in the time of Jesus, most of the time that he wants to train, he wants to teach, he always speaks in parable. And parable is like story that people can identify with. that they can relate with and they can understand. Instead of just using abstract, you want to use concrete information, something that people can identify with. So you must be great at storytelling. Like I said earlier, with your pitch, the vibration in your tone, how you go up and down, how you pause, and then you start again. So you must be great at that. One way of practicing that is, just doing it. Back in the days when I was younger, the elderly ones, because we don't have all these, thank God these days, internet is everywhere. We have TV, you have radio, you have a lot of things. But back in those days, there are not so many of those things. So at nighttime, after dinner, what we do is just sit outside, and the elderly in the house, the grandma, the grandpa, they will sit us down and they'll be telling us stories. And you will see us, how dedicated we are, sitting and paying attention and listening to that story that they are telling us. And most of all, we still remember those stories today. You still remember, right? Those stories that somebody shared with you, that either your mom, either your dad, either your grandpa, either all of those things that they share with you. You remember those stories, because that is how that's how you're able to engage your audience. And that is how you're able to carry them along. And that is how they're able to grasp the information that you're sharing with them. All right, so storytelling. And now you can start today. Call your children. I know now these days everybody's into their device, but you might find a way to do like a storytelling, either 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You'll be surprised at how people are really keen into your thing, and you'll be able to modify later on. One thing we always say is that with your communication, with your storytelling, it must be something that a third grader can understand. So you don't want to bore people with big words, right? But you want to speak in language that they can understand. Very simple, not complicated English at all. Very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. Okay, so okay, thank you. So we're going to dive into that. So somebody was asking here, how do you undo the accent problem? Thank you for asking that. Like I shared earlier, I am born and raised in Nigeria. My learning time, perfecting my language and everything I learned back in Nigeria. And back in Nigeria at the time, we have different dialects, guys, in Nigeria, different dialects, but thank God that English is an official language that we use. It's an official language that everybody uses. So that really helps. But everything comes with practicing. When I moved to United States, I speak English, but the accent is very different. And sometimes you cannot change who you are. But one thing I have learned is how to speak so that people can understand. Speak with the intention for people to understand. If I speak with you prior to me starting speaking, learning how to become a speaker, I speak very, very, very fast. So I have a very strong accent as a Nigerian born, very strong accent because I'm Yoruba and my accent is very thick from the side of place that I came from. Very, very thick and very strong. On top of that, I speak very, very, very fast. So those are like really bad combination. So what I started doing is actually learning to speak word by word. All right. Fast is the problem. Yes. So you learn how to speak, each word at a time. I can run a sentence, but I begin to I am speaking with an intent for people to understand. what I'm saying. It's not just to finish a whole book to them, not to read a whole book to them that they will not understand anything, but it's to be able to speak in a manner that they will understand. And like I said, over time, you doing this over and over again, become better. See, I have spoken to different places. I have spoken, and I mean, it's English that I speak in most places. So, but I have learned to break it down and to speak in a way that they understand. So you may have to practice how to slow yourself down and be able to get it. And also there's some words I don't even know how to say. So sometimes I will go and learn, how do you pronounce words like this? You know, I cannot change my accent. That is who I am. And I'm glad that is who I am, because we are uniquely made, right? But I learned how to say certain things because of the environment that I am in. So at least I can better connect and communicate with people. All right. So there's so many things that we need to master, but these are just few things. And thank you for asking that questions, because then that you can add to your list. All right, so we have a few more slides. Let's go through that, and then we have time for question and answer. So how do you get started, right? How do you get started? Let me make sure I'm not skipping. Okay, all right. So how do you get started? Getting started is very easy. Number one is you must have the desire, right, guys? If you don't have any desire to speak, please don't speak, you know, don't. But that is the first thing, that you must have the desire. You must have the passion. You must have the heart that, you know what, I want to influence people with my message. I want to share my knowledge with other people. And a lot of people today, you know, they get started by just sharing their personal story. People, I mean, all of us, we have gone through one situation in our lives. We have gone through one challenge or the other. And by you sharing, having the desire to share your story, is going to help other people. Right? Some people, you will be able to tell people, these are the mistakes I made when I started. Please don't go that route. And people will be so glad that you're able to share that information with them. And that will influence them, I mean, on a big level. And they will forever be grateful to you. So have the desire. When I started speaking, it's a desire, because my life is busy, right? We pastor a church, myself and my husband, we co-pastor. So in 2003, that is when I came to the United States. In 2004, I got married. And same year, 2004, we were part of a big denomination at the time. That 2004, we were sent out to pastor a church. So I have so much put on my plate at the same time. So married, become a pastor, raising family. At that time, because I'm new in the country, I changed my career, going to nursing school. So I have so many things that I was doing. And I did, and God's grace was sufficient for me. And I scaled through school. I was able to manage everything, you know, raising younger kids without any family members in the United States. You know, it was challenging, but I did that. And after I finished my program, I finished my nursing program, then I moved forward on to my master's program, my master's in nursing, and then got in an MBA. And a lot of women, especially some pastors' wives, they reach out to me and be like, Victoria, how did you do it? I mean, we see you. How were you able to juggle, manage everything, and balance all these different things that you're doing in your life? And that is when I started. I have had the desire, but I'm like, you know what? Now this has really helped me, that I have something that people are interested in, and then I have the desire to get started. That is how I started. I started with women empowerment, just to encourage women that whatever you put your mind to do, you can do it. And I have a lot of women that were able to go back to school, because we have people like, I'm raising children. It's not easy. But I said, if I can do it, raise 3 children here without any family. My parents are not here. My husband too is new in the country, no family members here. We started church. I mean, it was a lot. I said, if we can do it, if I can do it, right? Black, with a strong accent, with different things against me. If I can do it and become successful, you can do it. And having that desire, that is how I get started. And I was excited about it, that, wow, I have something that I can share with people. So you must have the desire that, you know what, you want to use your story, you want to use your voice to motivate, to inspire other people, to encourage people to be better, or to just give them some tools, you know, that can better their lives. Be excited, be motivated, because sometimes, you know, when you're going on the stage there, it's not easy, right? But you want to be excited that you got something that is going to influence lives. You got something that is going to change lives. And then number 3, you are ready to get out of your comfort zone. All right, you are ready to come out of your comfort zone. Will it gonna be easy? No. Now you have to stand before people, you have to share your story, and sometimes you have to share your story in different ways. You have to share with different audience. I mean, but that's it, ready to get out of your comfort zone. And once you can be out of that, it becomes natural to you. It becomes a lifestyle, you know, for you. And then the other main thing here, you know, about getting started is to choose a familiar or a knowledgeable topic, something you are more familiar with, something that you know. This doesn't mean that you have to study it and be in and out of it, but it is something that, you know, you have experience in. Like I said, I'm in the medical field. So if tomorrow I say, you know what, I want to start speaking about engineering, you'll be like, what? I have no knowledge of that. That is going to make it very challenging for me. But once you start with something that you know, with something that you're familiar with, it becomes easy. You know, sharing your story, sharing how you got started, sharing how you transition through life, you know, sharing things, it becomes easy for you because these are things you have knowledge about. This is some story that really happens to you. It becomes natural to talk about it. But if you choose a topic that you have no knowledge about, you know, the authenticity is not going to be there. You're not going to be your real self. You will not be your real self. And it's going to be very, very challenging to get started, because then we have to spend more time, you know, trying to perfect your skills. You're going to spend more time trying to be able to pull all of this information together. Is really going to be challenging. All right, so let's go to the last one. Let me see here. Okay. If you have any question, you can put it in the chat box. I'm going to see this chat box, and I will be able to answer any of the questions that you have there. So crafting your message, you know, like we ended up before, is know your topic. It must be something that you're very familiar with, and that will really help you. I mean, and this is the best way to get started. This is the best way, sharing things that you know, even actually sharing your personal experience. I remember there is a lady, I got a book a while back. Oh God, I forgot her name now. She runs a program called a Budget Nista. And she's a Nigerian lady. And there she started with a story, because before the age of 25, she's financially stable. She was a teacher and really doing great in school, doing great as a teacher, and really want to be financially independent, have money saved. I think she said she saved about 40,000 in her savings account. She bought a condo. She was living in New York. So she had a lot of things going on. Even her friends were really kind of envious of her, because like, girl, you are this young and you are doing great. You bought your own home, you have savings in your account, 40,000 sitting in your savings account, like, girl, you know. But then all of a sudden, you know, the recession of 2008, 2009. So somebody scammed her of her money, of her savings. They spoke to her to join one program to invest in something, and she didn't do her due diligence. But all of the money that she had in her savings, she invested into the business, and whatever was, was proposed to her, she lost the money. Recession came, she lost her job. Now she has her savings all gone. She lost her job as a teacher, and the house was closed on foreclosure. Apparently, she lost the house, and she said she had to move in with her parents, which wasn't a pleasant experience for her. And if you know Nigerian family, okay, all of the independency, the privacy, you lose all of those things because now you are living under their roof. They pretty much control you, everything. But she said that was the lowest she can be. And from there, she was able to begin to put things together and start to work herself out of debt, pay for different credit cards, pay for things, and really be able to come out of that, start another job, and be able to be financially independent. And from that, she's now start teaching people how to come out of that really financial mess. She would do training, she do things, and from there, she begin to speak to different people, different groups. And once they begin to know her, that is a lane of speaking, they begin to invite her to different places. Now she's big, she's in New Jersey, she's big, she does a lot of things. Our program has helped a lot of people. So you want to start from topic that you're very familiar with, you are very comfortable with, speak from your experience, all right? And speak with passion and drive. And that is why if you are speaking on the knowledge, if you are speaking on a topic that you are knowledgeable about, you'll be able to speak the passion. People can feel that passion and drive in your voice. They can see it. Because if you are sharing about the pain that you went through, how you were able to overcome certain things, and now you are on the other side, people can feel that the authenticity is there. But if you are sharing for something that you have no knowledge of, it's going to be very, very challenging. It's going to be very, very challenging. So that is why you want to start with that. And the last one here, you use stories to convey your message. You use stories to convey your message. Oh, let me quickly respond to this. Somebody messaged me here. Let's see. Let me quickly respond to this. If you have a question, you can put it in the chat. We are wrapping up. Gonna be wrapping up in a few minutes. But use stories. When you share your stories, and if I thought it's not your personal stories, but stories that you've heard, but it must be a legit stories, all right? And if I thought you are not using maybe something factual, and if you are explaining an abstract concept, you can use things to really drive the point out so that people can understand, like, okay, like I always love, if you've done math, I know a lot of people don't like math, but the word problem, right? When they say so and so as, imagine that T has 10 apples. No, it's math, but now when you put it in a story, people understand the concept. Or imagine Toy has 10 apples, and then all of a sudden a friend came over and took 2 of the apple. And then another friend came again and took another 2 of the apples. So how many apples does he has left? See, these people can be able to say, okay, 2, using like something that people can identify with, it really helps. So using stories to convey your message, people will not forget stories. I still remember stories that my grandmother told me over 20 years ago. I still remember. And you yourself, there are some stories that you still remember that you heard from someone or happened to you. You still remember those things. Stories make those messages to stay, to last, and people understand it. So from now, my challenge to you is go through your life, look at some stories in your life, write down different stories. that convey different messages, because once you start speaking, some of those stories are going to be very resourceful for you to be able to convey your message. All right, so engaging your audience. This is the fifth agenda on our thing that we're into right now. You must be authentic. You must be authentic. Authenticity. People love the real you. And it doesn't matter if different people speak on the same topic that you speak on, but you have your own flavor that you bring to it. You have your own personality that you bring to it. And people want to see you, that this is the person that is talking to us. This person is authentic with the information that is sharing. I mean, that they want to see that this is real you. You are not trying to be someone that you are not, because people can tell if that is not real you. People can tell. So you want to be authentic with the information that you are sharing. And also you want to be knowledgeable of your audience. Be aware of your audience. Have a knowledge of them. If you are going to be speaking, presenting to any group, ahead of time, ask the person who is inviting you. For those people coming, what is it like? What are they like? What do they do? So that when you are using stories, you can connect with them. You can be able to say things that resonate with them, and they'll be able to connect. You can connect. But if you present a message, you present your speech for bankers, and now you are dealing with people that are maybe full caterer, it's really going to be challenging. They won't be able to, you won't be able to flow. I mean, there's going to be so many roadblocks. But engaging your audience is knowing them. And most of the time, and if at all you don't know them ahead of time, you can ask questions to start. You can ask, how many people are from this place? Like we asked earlier on, for people to kind of put in where they're joining from. We have quite people from Nigeria, different part of Nigeria. We have someone there from from South Africa. We have someone from, I think we have someone from Vietnam. We have from different places. So that can be a way to engage. Then you can ask, for those of you in South Africa, what is the weather like? So that will help you. So being aware of your audience, ask questions. Ivory Coast, thank you. See someone from Ivory Coast. Even here in the United States, we have people from different parts. I think we have some New Jersey here, we have Virginia here, Dallas here, different places. So that is one way to be aware of your audience. So you can ask questions. That is okay. Asking questions, you can never go wrong with asking questions. And I can tell you, your audience, they like that, because they are keen towards, so that you asking about them, like, wow, that is great. Asking about them, people like to be acknowledged. People like to be noted, So ask questions, ask them, and they will share with you. Thank you. Nigerian, a lot of Nigerians here, different places. So that may be one way, to be able to engage your audience. And like I said, you must be enthusiastic, okay? So don't come to present as if you've been beaten down. Don't come to present as if you are not happy. It doesn't matter what happens on your way to where you are speaking. It doesn't matter the fact that you are there. Please bring all the energy with you. You want your people, by the time they're leaving, to be able to live with something. Bring all the energy with you. Yes, you want to be present. The passion wants to be there. The excitement has to be there. Let them feel it. When you are happy, people can tell. And when you are not happy, people can tell. When you look so grumpy, people can tell. When you look so sad, people can tell. When you look as if you are being forced to be here, people can tell. And you don't want to tell your audience that, what, guys, I didn't prepare for this session. I'm just here, Please, no, nobody wants to hear that. Or you want to tell them how excited you are to be able to be in front of them, to be able to share your message with them. Oh my God, please be excited, be very enthusiastic. People will connect with that. People will feel that. All right, so I have one assignment, I have one work for you. We are going to go into a breakout room right now, okay? I'm going to put people in different, I will try to see if I can put people in different rooms and see if you'll be able to come up with share some things together. So give me a minute here. Let me do a breakout room. So probably it's gonna be about 4 to 5 people in a room. And this is what you guys are gonna talk about. Each person, you're gonna come up with your own topic. What is it? So if today I call on you Isabel, or I call on you Angela, and I say, what topic do you want to present? So what topic interests you, or that you have experience on, or that like on this one, you can start and like you have a lot to share. All right. And then I just share, why do you choose the topic? I mean, if you don't want to be in a, so if you don't want to be in a breakout room, that is okay. Let me know if you don't want to be in a breakout room. I will not put you in. If probably you are in a situation, you are in a place that maybe it's gonna be difficult, but this is just to get you started. And just add, what will your audience benefit from you? What is it that if people listen to you, something that they're gonna take home? All right, and then in that group, select somebody who is going to speak on behalf of your group to everybody here. I'm going to allow that once we come back out. All right, so if you have any question, if you don't want to be put in a breakout room, please let me know. We are going to do three breakout rooms. All right, let me see. And once the thing come up to go into breakout room, if you don't want to go in, just don't click on it. That is fine, okay? I don't want to put anybody in any pressure at all, okay? So if you come up to enter a breakout room and you don't want to, that is okay. Just don't click it. It doesn't take you off the group. It's okay. We're just gonna do that for 5 minutes and then we come back to be able to wrap up the session. All right, let me see. Okay. So like I said, if you don't want to be, just ignore the thing when it show up on your thing. All right, so just ignore it. Just ignore it. Let's see, 1, 2. All right, so I'm gonna open the room now, but you're gonna see a thing on your phone, on your device to join. If you don't want to join, that is okay. Please just ignore that. Just ignore that. And you can be in the listening mode. And you can still chat in the group. If you don't want to talk, you can still chat in there. All right, but just listening, that is fine. You may have 1 or 2 people that want to do that. All right, so I'm opening it out now. So it's okay. If you don't want to, that is fine. If you don't want to join, that is just ignore it. It's only gonna be for about 5 minutes that we're gonna do this. Only about 5 minutes. I mean, and it's a way to really practice something, but just for you to know to choose your topic. Choose the topic that you are very familiar with. Choose that topic. And why do you choose that topic? Is it because you have experience in it, or whatever it is? So let's begin.
before I started my fashion business, which is what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Are we speaking?
I too am an engineer, but I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know how the speaking engagement to be like, but it's one person that will have to speak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how many are we in the group?
I think we are 3.
Just 2 of us.
Okay. I thought
Okay,
we
the
were
third
3. We're just 2. It's just 2 of us now.
Okay. So I'm going to skip.
Okay.
Oh, well, but yeah, supervisor, yes, you see a lot of women as nurses or but when it comes to speaking our voice in the upper management, they just don't put us down. So I mean, if we can talk about that. Anything else is fine too. I don't know.
Okay, so you chose this topic because you feel that you could maybe learn or get some insight on how to better work in your workplace, or
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Correct.
Right. So because of your so passion can go 2 ways. There are things that you're passionate against and things that you're passionate for. So you are passionate against inequality and I guess over racism, and you want to help
Gonna be closing out in the next few seconds. Okay, so we're waiting for people to come back into the main house. Yes, so and then we'll be wrapping up. Look at the chat box here. Okay, she couldn't be session. Everybody should be coming back now. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see, make sure everybody's back here. I know we have, see, is anybody still in the breakout room? Let's see, hope nobody's in the breakout room. Let's see. Is anybody still in? Come out, come out, come out, come out, come out, come out.
Sadly, I think some people have left. I think this is such a great experience to learn and develop skills. And I'm sad that some people have left.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see. All right, so from the groups, so who do we have? We have 3 groups. So we want somebody from group 1 to share what you guys talked about, share with us one of the topics, or depending on how many topics you guys came about. So just share with us. So you have a minute to share on that. So somebody from group 1. Apostle, I think you are muted. Okay.
Okay. I'm not sure if we were group 1 or not. I didn't really
Let me see. So group 1, let me see. Group 1 has group 1 has you, Apostle, have Angela,
Okay.
Danae, yes.
Yes.
Muriel, yeah. And then room 2 has Janice and Shaquita. I think those were the 2 that joined the session. And then we have group 3. We have, I think we have Isabel or Nasike. All right, so yes, ma'am, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so our topic that was chosen was women in the workplace. And that was a topic of interest. And we chose this topic because women are totally underrated. Okay, in the workplace, we are deemed as, in some cases, weak, and I was selected as a spokesperson. So what you're going to benefit from this talking. So with Morel and I discussed it, and women in the workplace are not necessarily trusted to the fullest extent that they could be. There is very much need for commingling, learning how their counterparts and being taken seriously. You know, we want to be taken seriously when it comes to major decisions, and understand that we are multitaskers. We can do 12 things at one time and still feed the baby. Okay, so a lot of times women are not taken seriously. We know how to balance. Not only can we balance the checkbook, but we can juggle taking the children to the ball game, making sure dinner is ready, and still be what you say, Igeline, I'm a woman, you know, I can bring home the bacon fried up in the pan. Okay. And the last thing is that to have a sense of being valued, you know, and understanding that women more often, we are clear decision makers. You know, we can make solid decisions, whether it's in the home, whether it's about finances, whether it's about being in the workplace, even when it comes to ministry and the place of worship, you know, how the family worship. So to sum it all up, women are uniquely and fearfully, wonderfully made, and we are exceptional if given opportunity in all aspects of life. That's it.
Wow, that is a great topic. You know, we have so many women in the workforce right now compared to maybe 20, 30 years ago, where women stay home. But these days we have women, doing all of these things that you're talking about. And I can tell you that is a great topic. And even for a woman to be able to speak on that, in the past 2 years, with a lot of organizations, there's been a change. There is something now that they call diversity, equity, and inclusion. So which is changing landscape for women. now it's being mandatory for a lot of organizations to have women in their board, part of the board. It's being mandatory to have women in top positions. So this is an opportunity. I mean, this is a great topic that women can really know that they can, I mean, we are already doing a lot of things. We can serve in leadership. I think a lot of people just need the inspiration. They just need the nudge that you can do it. They just need the support and the encouragement. So I'm voting for this, okay? Yeah, this is a great topic. I'm telling you, we can package this. I mean, this is great. Let me say that this is great. A lot of women, I mean, we have a lot of women here as well. And I can tell you a lot of women are in the workforce and we are doing this. So great topic, great topic, great topic. People, we want to listen to that. I mean, you can go see any organization having an event. That would be a great topic to speak on because they want women. Now it's required that women must be inclusive in a lot of things. So you having a topic that you know what is going to address women in the workplace, go for it. I love that. I love that. I love that. All right, so let's go move on to group 2. Who in group 2 want to share? Come on, this is inspiring. I love this.
I guess I will. This is Shakita, since I'm the less experienced person, if that's okay with you, Miss Janet.
Oh, that is
that's all right with me. I helped her with a little bit of coaching. I didn't, really get to share what I was passionate about, but I think it all went well. So she is ready to go. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I think I am.
Go ahead, Chiquita.
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you so much for offering this free, class. And, I don't always partake in a lot. And for some reason, this was just on my heart to make sure that I, join this class. And I'm so thankful that I have. I'm such an introvert that I'm just a few words, and I feel like there's only so many ways to say blue is blue. So, and I need to work on that. And so that's what I was, going towards. It's just self-improvement of myself. But anyhow, Janice, she's awesome.
Awesome.
She was coaching me to help me to be able to put into words to describe what it was that I was passionate about. And what we kind of came up with is I believe that we were all put here to be of service. And I just love helping people. And my main focus is helping people that look like me with resources on, improvement for their quality of life and living. So we did kind of touch on financial literacy is an issue that I would say the minority culture needs to be educated on. I also would like to focus on mental health because I think that, minorities aren't educated in that aspect. And then we kind of talked about housing, but also in the economy and economics, period. I think that the minority cultures are at a disadvantage on, being educated. And there's so many people that look like me that are living in poverty that actually feels like it's okay. And that they don't deserve, better. And I've always had a passion and the desire to want to change that.
I mean, awesome, Chiquita. See, well spoken. I mean, and that is how to get started. See, you have series of topics that you can speak on, and you already have audience because I have a lot of people that look like me as well. So, I mean, your message this time we work. Number one, when you talk about financial literacy, if everyone is looking at the trend now with inflation. Depression. I mean, I don't know if recession is coming or we are in it already, but this is the time people really need to master money. financial literacy education. What are you spending money on? Is it on want or is it on need? Are you buying things to show off? Do you have plans for savings, investment? Are we leaving legacy for the next generation that are coming behind us? I mean, are we leaving debt for them? So, I mean, see, go girl, go girl. All right, that's what I can say. And mental health, I mean, we have seen the trend with mental health, and COVID has added a lot to that, you know, for being locked down and everything, limited resources, limited support. People are just out of control. So, I mean, great topic. All right. Yes. So next thing is to find out the spot for you to start speaking on. Awesome. All right, so let's move on to group 3, and then I'm going to answer some questions here, and then give you guys some next things that you guys can do. All right, group 3, who wants to share from group 3? Who wants to go? That is your group, Isabel.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
I think when Isabel wants to share the time half.
Okay.
So yeah, we want to talk about turning your problem into opportunity. I started as an engineer. I'm an electrical engineer by profession, but in 2018, I had a very severe skin infection that the doctor told me after being treated, I am going to change all my wardrobe. But when I started making research into it, I discovered that just herbal medication can clear those things. After making my findings, I went into those herbal things I could see around my vicinity. I created a soap, and in less than 2 weeks, everything has gone off. Wow. And that was what made me into skincare that I'm in today. So I want to encourage, most time when I go for events, I speak to women, I speak to youth that think there is no job in Nigeria. I just tell everybody you can turn your problem into a business opportunity for you, because I've done it and it worked for me. So Isabel is a fashion designer. I think she wants to also share her experience with us. So thank you.
Thank you, Anasike, right? Is Patience your first name?
Yes, Patience.
Okay, all right. Wow, that is great. Yes, turning your problem, turning whatever challenge that you've gone through into a business opportunity and into a great speaking opportunity. Yes, great. All right, Isabel, let's hear from you. If you can unmute yourself, Isabel.
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
All right, so now we can hear you.
Okay, we kind of like chose different topics. The second one we said we're going to talk about was how we started our businesses. How we started our businesses. So for me, I've been in paid employment since 2009 when I just got married. So I just started as an entrepreneur last year. All the while I was in paid employment, I knew I was not fulfilled. You know, I just knew that something was missing. Although I enjoyed my job, I was in logistics. I worked as a secretary, then got promoted, PA and all that, but something was missing, you understand? So I worked there, you know, going to work and everything, but there was a gap. So I decided to pursue my fashion business. I had an online course in Allison, diploma in fashion design Allison. So last year, though it was during COVID, because COVID really opened my eyes to so many things. I just knew that I had to like go for my dreams. So it was during COVID, I made that decision that, okay, after this year, once work resumes again, I'm going to like resign and then focus on what I really wanted to do. So that was what I did last year. And ever since then, I've been in my own business. So basically that was how I started my business. But what I just want to say is that so many people have that challenge. They're working and deep down inside of them, they know that something is missing. They have a dream. They have something they want to do in life. But because of maybe circumstances, financial circumstances, maybe peer pressure or spouse pressure, children or something like that, they just don't go for their dreams. So I just want to say that if you have that dream, you know inside of you, there's something you want to do, just go for it. Just start anyway. no matter the pressure, whatever it is, just start. That was, yes, just that. That was how I started, and I'm still there now. Next year, I'm going to be a year as an entrepreneur.
So and you are doing great, because I know you have you have your store. You do she makes pretty dresses. Actually, she made 2 tops for me in Nigeria. I wore one time and people love it. So she is creative designer when it comes to, you know, clothing, and you do a lot with children dresses as well. So that is great. I mean, that is a great topic as well, because a lot of people want to get started. A lot of people want to do business, but they don't know how to get started. And so having gone through that, you can actually be able to share, just sharing your story. This is how I got started. People want to know, how do you get started as a fashion designer? How do you get started as a coach? How do you become financially independent? How do you do well as a teacher? People want to know all the things you have, but until you tell people that, yes, I have a message, that is when they begin to come and attract you. So awesome, guys. See, I love this class, right? I love this class. Okay. Here's a code. Said the way to get, let me go back. Oops. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. And I know we have some people here that have questions, which I'm going to address. But for a lot of people that are asking what is next, I'm going to quickly share this. So as you can see on my screen, I have a program that I put together. Every year I do a roadmap to success, but every year the topic is different. So for this year, we are focusing on the public speaking and also getting better at what you do. And you can not just public speaking alone, but also professional development, self-development, all of the things, they all combo together to help you have a successful career. And public speaking is one of those things, but a lot of things come to play with public speaking. A lot of things come to play with public speaking, because you have to really perfect your skills. You have to know how to present yourself. You have to know how to connect with people. You have to know how to send out speaking proposal and different things. So a lot of things come into place with public speaking, and that is just, it's a ladder, a run on your ladder to success. So I'm doing a 3 months of training and intense coaching on this. But like I said, not just public speaking, but everything that has to do, to get you started, to make sure you are equipped, because the end goal is success. Not just public speaking on itself, but it's success, either in your career, in your business, whatever it is that you do. And it is a $297 commitment. And that is the cheapest you can find. I'm telling you, it's going to be 6 sessions altogether. Actually, I think it's 7 sessions altogether, and there's going to be different session on Q&A, and also opportunity to practice your skills, to share, because we all have different experience, different information. So it's going to be an opportunity for you to teach us. If you are great at money management, you are great at organization, you are great, we can actually be your first set of students that will listen to your teaching, to your speech. And I remember when I started my speaking, I'm part of John Maxwell. And by the way, if anyone is interested in John Maxwell program, please chat me up, hit me up. I can provide some information on that. When I started with John Maxwell, because we're speaking, coaching, and training, I would do my presentation, my speech, because our faculty, our professor there would be like, do a very simple thing and send it over to me. I will listen and I will critique and I will give you a feedback, and which was very, very good. So I would stand and record myself, and I would send to him. He will listen, and then he will send back and give me feedbacks on what I can improve on. Maybe I'm looking different way. I'm not looking into the camera, or my hand gesture. I talk a lot with my hands, or it's way over the board, or I speak very fast. you know, he will review and then send back to me. And that's one of the things I really enjoyed. And in this program, you will also have the opportunity to, you know, do your speech 5, not more than 10 minutes, to record yourself. You can use your phone, you can use anything, and then you send back. You send it to me, I review it, and I give you my positive critique. I remember we have someone in the group last year. She did never do any public speaking, but she aspired to do public speaking, and she really wants to train churches. She wants to train those that serve in churches, know how to take care of people, how to welcome, protocol, organization, different things. So I remember she sent her first video. She was like, Pastor V, I'm going to send you, this is the first video. I know it's not right, but let me just send it to you. I've never made any video, but I'm sending this to you so that by the time I start, you can know that I have grown. And she sent it to me. And this year, I think about 2 months ago, she sent me, she actually launched speaking, and then she sent me the first one. I was like, what, girl, you did it. Now she's has a YouTube channel. She's inviting people on different topics. She called it Oasis Ministries. You can actually go on YouTube and search her out by Stella Ajay. So now she invites people, and she actually will interview people, and just growing from there. So this is a commitment. It's $297, and actually I broke it down. If you want to join, if you want to pay one time, I think I'm doing a $50 off if you want to pay one time. So it's going to be $247. And if you want to do the installment, it's $99 every month. I'm quickly going to put the link here. It's public speaking with Victoria. That is the site, Public Speaking with Victoria. And you'll be able to sign up there. Let me make sure I'm putting it right. publicspeakingwithvictoria.com. All right. And if you want to do one time, reach out to me, and then just be able to pay $247 on that. All right. So let me let me look at the questions, some of the questions here, because I know I had one question that came in. Let me see. Okay, so Shakira said, I'm an introvert and a few words. All right, and that is where storytelling come in, because you know, when you're doing a story, it's not just about you just reading to people. So it will give you an opportunity to slow down, maybe in between you animate here and there, but using story is gonna be more than what you've written down. You can share one story in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes. And sometimes you can condense a 10-minute story into a 1 minute. So it depends on story. If you use stories, it's going to help you with your time. And stories can be elaborated, and it can be chunked down. So using stories will help you with your few words, Shakira. I know you posted in here. That will really help you with, be able to elaborate. I always say, for every, if you are a speaker, if you are given a topic, let's say you have 3 main points that you want to share. You have 3 main points that you want to share. So for each point, it's better you look for a story that aligns with each of the points that convey the message. You look for the story that convey the message, okay? You look for the story that convey the message. So that will help for, number one, to engage your audience, and also that will help for the people that come into your presentation to have something that they can take with them. I think there's 2 more questions here. I'm going to go through that, and then so I think this is Donne asking if you speak with notes or independently of notes. Everyone is different. We always say, number one, you want to speak with what you're comfortable with. And it depends on if you're doing a training. There are some training that we have to do, use note with, that you have to do presentation like slide with. But for most part, if you're doing a general speaking, if you're doing a keynote speaking, most of the time you don't need notes. And if you would need notes for yourself, because sometimes people can say, I have a brain freeze or something, you can have maybe 3 by 5 cards, probably like 3 or 4 of them, and you can have that in your hands. That is okay. But you know that you are not just reading, because you want to engage your audience. You want them to know that you are in the presence. So if you are just going to be reading, then it's not impactful. But you can have your notes. You can have 3 or 4 or 5 index cards with you, just in case. So in case you lose your mind, your train of thought. And also, it's okay if you say something and maybe you have a brain freeze or something. You can ask the audience, say, I will say something before. Who remembers? That is, I mean, number one, your audience may think maybe you are just asking them questions, and somebody will gladly tell you. And if at all you saying it because you forget, nobody cares. So so it depends. For training, of course, we need notes, but for something you can, because once you're speaking from your experience, from your knowledge, you're sharing your passion, most of the time you don't need notes. That is why you prepare ahead of time. You do a lot of preparation. You do your speaking to yourself. You stand by the mirror and you deliver your speech. You know, speech has made politicians and as broken politicians. How do people get to vote for somebody? It's through their speech. If you hear them and what they say resonate with you, of course. But if whatever they say is out of place, it's like, no, 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 no. That is it. And for how to go over your stage fright, number one is try it. The first time you do it, of course, that first time is there, you're gonna feel anxious, nervous, but most of the time, once you start your speaking, if you can start with a very simple story, that will calm your nerve. So if you can start with, maybe if you have a pet, you have a cat, you have a dog, whatever it is, and if that cat or dog does something amazing, you can just start with that. So that will actually calm your nerve. Before you start going into your thing, it will calm your nerve, it will calm the audience as well. It will relax the room. That is why you see most speakers, when they're about to start or starting, they will share one story. They can tell you, you know, as I was coming today, there was this something that happens. I mean, and you'll be like, okay. And after you've done that, because it just few seconds into it that you're anxious, you're nervous, you're shaky, but after that, gosh, you get free. And make sure when you do, you wear a clothes that you are very, very comfortable with, guys. You wear something that is very, very, you are very, very comfortable with. Clothes that give you energy, that you know what, when you walk in this clothing, you look like $1,000,000. Yeah, so you want to wear that. All right, let's see. And starting speaking, you can, if you go on Google and you just put in call for speakers, call for speakers, you're going to see a lot of events that are going to come up that you can look, that we have date and time when some things are due, and you can send to them. You can go on Eventbrite, look at some events there, and you can message any of the how do we say, the coordinator of this event, and message them that you do speak on this. And actually you can start speaking, do like Facebook Live, do something on YouTube to get you started, because you want to get the word out. There is another platform that is called eSpeakers. eSpeakers is another great platform for speaking. They have a basic free version, and then they have a pro version that is paid. And eSpeakers, you put your information, the topics you want to speak on, and they blast it to everyone. That is actually one of the sites that a lot of conference planners, that they go to look for speakers. So espeakers.com, ESPEAKERS.com. That is another platform. You can sign up as a basic person for the free version. I know they have a free version, and then they have a paid version, which I believe maybe $25. I think it's less than $30 a month. That means you have more opportunity, and people can search you. You can create like a simple page right there that you can send to people on the topics that you share. So the roadmap to success is what I plan for to be on a Saturday, so that in case people work during the week, we are still working for somebody or anything, to be on a Saturday. I think the first one that we schedule is going to be the last Saturday of August. So that is to give people time back to school here in Houston is in August. So it's the last Saturday of the month of August, but we plan to do it every second Saturday and every fourth Saturday of the month, every second Saturday and every fourth Saturday of the month. It's going to be like around the same time like we did this morning or today, so that it doesn't matter which part of the country you are, which part of the world you are, it's still going to be during the day for you. And if for any reason you miss any session, it's going to be recorded. Actually, we have a community. We have anything. If you're not able to join anything live, then you can go in, watch it, you can post questions, and then I will come up live again that during the week to answer any questions or anything like that. And and also be able to work with you one-on-one if the need be. But this is a group program. All right, this is a group program. All right, so let me see if anybody have any question. Let me know. Let me know. And I think I have a freebie for the first 3 people that commit to the Roadmap Success Bootcamp. And the freebie is, like I shared before, I offer personality indicator assessment. And that is to kind of let you know to open you up about where you are, and also to be able to know how you can communicate effectively with other people. So for the first 3 people that sign up, they're going to get that for free. Usually that is a $125. The rate is $125. You get to take the assessment, and then we do a debrief, a 45 minutes debrief of the personality assessment with you. And this is to help you with your communication, because that helps you to know how you communicate with people and how you can connect with people of different personality. Maybe somebody is high up there, somebody is an introvert, is an extrovert. How do you bridge that gap? How do you connect? How do you engage? What do you say? What not to say? So that is going to be an added bonus for the first 3 people that sign up. So let me see if there's any other question here so I can wrap up this. We are almost 2 hours in, so I'm going to be wrapping up. And this, okay, so we already did question. So thank you. This is my email. If you want to write down my email, that is it. You can take a snapshot of the screen. That is my information if you want to speak with me. And if you don't want to do the group, but you would rather do a one-on-one coaching, one-on-one session, that is an option as well. So you can reach out to me here. So let's see. Thank you for those who are here. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Apostle Latricia. I appreciate you. Mirel, thank you. Patience, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Shakira, thank you. Danae, thank you. Janice, awesome. Financial coach, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So many things to learn moving forward, but this is to get you started, guys. This is to get you started. Thank you, Trine. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, if you still have any gentlemen among us. All right, so that is it for today. It's been a great time being here. So it's been a great time being with you. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Thank you.